1998. A good year that was. Depends on who you talk to. Now, Rexy now has a new buddy. See, don't know the name yet, because I haven't thought of one, because, well, Rexy's got a new buddy. And now Rexy's happy. Now, let's get to the crux of the 1998 season, in which on January 5th, Don Sutton, elected into the Hall of Fame by the baseball writers. March 3rd, Larry Doby, Lee MacPhail, George Davis, and Bullet Joe Rogan, elected to the Hall of Fame by the Special Veterans Committee. March 31st, Tampa Bay Devil Rays, as they were then, and the Arizona Diamondbacks lose their first ever games. Tampa Bay loses 11-6 to Detroit, and Arizona loses 9-2 to Colorado. Meanwhile, Milwaukee loses their first ever National League game. Remember, they were in the American League up until the end of 1970. They lost to Atlanta 2-1. April 1st, Tampa Bay wins first game 11-8 versus Detroit. Also Milwaukee, Milwaukee wins their first National League game 8-6. April 5th, Arizona wins their first game 3-2 over San Francisco. April 7th, Milwaukee wins their first National League home game 6-4 over Montreal. The first National League win in Milwaukee since September 22, 1965. Yeah, it was the Milwaukee Braves that won that game. They moved to Atlanta after the 65 season. So May 6th, Kerry Wood strikes out 20. And one hit. Kerry Wood strikes out 20 and wins 2-0 over Houston. Anyway, never mind. Yeah, Kerry Wood strikes out 20 and a one-hitter over 2-0 win over Houston. June 20th, Bob Feller has number 19 in Cleveland retired in a 5-3 Cleveland loss to the Yankees. And the interesting thing was no other games were played on this day. July 5th, Roger Clemens reaches 3,000 strikeouts. July 7th, the American League beats the National League 13-3 in Colorado. September 1st, Mark McGwire passes Roger Maris for most home runs in the season. Wait, was that right? September 8th, Mark McGwire passes Roger Maris for most home runs in the season. September 20th, Cal Ripken Jr. takes himself out of the lineup, ending a streak of 2,632 games versus straight consecutive games. And September 26th, Dennis Eckersley breaks Hoy Wilhelm's record of most pitching appearances, appearing in his 1,071st game. It was versus Boston, I think it was. Don't quote me on that one. September 28th, Chicago beat San Francisco in one-game playoff for the wild card. And we'll get... Oops, a little bit of a fumble there. Also, Florida was the first team to win a World Series and then lose 100 games in the following season. Won the World Series in 97. You'll find out how many losses they got this year. 98. Anyways, American League East. New York Yankees are the American League East champions. 114 wins, 48 losses. Very, very good. And they get better during the postseason. Anyways, Boston goes 92-70, 22 back. 92 wins and a 22 back of the Yankees, and they still get the wild card. Toronto goes 88-74, 26 back. Baltimore goes 79-83, 35 back. Tampa Bay goes 53-99 in their first season, 51 games back. Tampa Bay replaces Detroit, who got moved to the Central. And you'll see that Cleveland did win the American League Central 89-73. Chicago goes 80-82, 9 back. Kansas City goes 72-89, 16 and a half back. Minnesota goes 70-92, 19 back. Detroit goes 65-97, 24 back. in their first season in the American League Central. American League West. Texas goes 88-74, takes the American League West. Anaheim goes 85-77, 3 back. Seattle goes 76-85, 11.5 back. And Oakland goes 74-88, 14 back. National League. Atlanta takes the National League East, 106 wins, 56 losses. Mets go 88-74, 18 back. Atlanta was also had a very good season, but once they reach the postseason, we'll get there. Philadelphia goes 75-87, 31 back. Montreal goes 65-97, 41 back, and Florida Marlins, the defending World Series champions, goes 54-108, 52 games back. Well, they had a nice little fire sale after that season. They just sold all their play. I swear the owner bought that World Series and then you're all out of here. Ended up being a real gong show. American League Central, National League Central. Houston goes 102-60, also a very good year. Takes the Central. Chicago, as I mentioned, 90-73, 12.5 back. They won the wild card won the tiebreaker versus San Francisco and got the wild card. 83-79 was St. Louis, 19 back. Cincinnati goes 77-85, 25 back. Milwaukee, in their first season in the National League, goes 74-88, 28 back. Pittsburgh goes 69-93, 39 back. And San Diego takes the National League West, 98-64. San Francisco goes 89-74, 9.5 back. They lost to Chicago. Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not going to beat that dead horse now. Los Angeles goes 83-79, 15 back. Colorado goes 77-85, 21 back. And Arizona goes 65-97, 33 back as we do the season stats. Bernie Williams of the Yankees, .339 average, led the American League. Ken Griffey Jr. of Seattle, 56 home runs, led the American League. Juan Gonzalez of Texas, 157 RBIs, led the American League. Roger Clemens of Toronto, David Cohn of the Yankees, and Rick Helling of Texas each had 20 wins. Tied for the major league. They were part of the four-way tie for the Major League lead with 20 wins. But who was the fourth? Well, hang on. Roger Clemens also had a 2.65 ERA, which led the American League, and 271 strikeouts, which led the American League. So there's American League pitching Triple Crown winner, despite the three-way tie for most wins. Larry Walker of Colorado, .363 average, led the majors. Mark McGwire of St. Louis, 70 home run season, led the majors. There's a steroid scandal that kind of followed that year. Sammy Sosa of Chicago, 158 RBIs, led the majors. Tom Glavine of Atlanta, your fourth 20-game winner of the season. So there's your four-way tie. Okay, Greg Maddux of Atlanta, 2.22 ERA, led the majors. And Kurt Schilling of Philadelphia, 300 strikeouts, led the majors. Kurt Schilling was a bit of a beast. Okay, playoffs. We start with the Yankees and the Rangers. Let's see. The Yankees home games were at Yankee Stadium, and Rangers home game was at the ballpark in Arlington. Home game. Well, game 1, September 29th. Yankees 2, Texas nothing. Game 2, September 30th. Yankees 3, Texas 1. And game 3, October 2nd. Yankees 4, Texas nothing. 3-game sweep. So who do the Yankees play? Let's find out. September 29th, game 1. In Cleveland, Boston 11, Cleveland 3. Cleveland's home games were at Jacobs Field. Boston's home games were at Fenway Park. Game 2, September 30th. In Cleveland, Cleveland 9, Boston 5. Game 3, October 2nd. In Boston, Cleveland 4, Boston 3. October 3rd, Cleveland 2, Boston 1. So Cleveland's going to the American League Championship Series. And we're going to the National League Division Series. First up, Chicago versus Atlanta. Atlanta's home games were at Turner Field. Chicago's home game was at Wrigley Field. What? You know where this is gonna go. Game 1, September 30th in Atlanta. Atlanta 7, Chicago 1. Game 2, October 1st in Atlanta. Atlanta 2, Chicago 1 in 10 innings. And October 3rd in Chicago. Atlanta 6, Chicago 2. 3-game sweep. So who will Atlanta play? Well, let's find out. You got San Diego and Houston. Houston's home games were at the Astrodome, and San Diego's home games were at Qualcomm Stadium. So game 1, September 29th in Houston. San Diego 2, Houston 1. Game 2, October 1st in Houston. Houston 5, San Diego 4. Game 3, October 3rd in San Diego. San Diego 2, Houston 1. And Game 4, October 4th in San Diego. San Diego 6, Houston 1. So we got Atlanta versus San Diego, and you got Cleveland versus New York. Let's start in the American League. Game 1, October 6th in New York. Yankees 7, Cleveland 2. Game 2, October 7th in New York. Cleveland 4, Yankees 1 in 12 innings. Game 3, October 9th in Cleveland. Cleveland 6, Yankees 1. Game 4, October 10th in Cleveland. Yankees 4, Cleveland nothing. Game 5, October 11th. Yankees 5, Cleveland 3. And October 13th in New York. Yankees 5, Cleveland 3. Yankees are going to this, second World Series in 3 years. Who will they face? Let's find out. Game 1, October 7th in Atlanta. San Diego 3, Atlanta 2 in 10 innings. Game 2, October 8th in Atlanta. San Diego 3, Atlanta nothing. And Game 3, October 10th in San Diego. San Diego 4, Atlanta 1. Game 4, October 11th in San Diego. Atlanta 8, San Diego 3. Game 5, October 12th in San Diego. Atlanta 7, San Diego 6. And Game 6 in Atlanta. San Diego 5, Atlanta nothing. San Diego versus the Yankees in the World Series, and it was over just as quick as it began. Game 1, October 17th in New York. Yankees 9, San Diego 6. Game 2, October 18th. Yankees 9, San Diego 3. Game 3, October 20th in San Diego. Yankees 5, San Diego 4. And then Game 4, October 21st in San Diego. Yankees 3, San Diego nothing. Putting the sweep on another World Series win for the Yankees. Yeah, they had a nice little run at the end of the 1900s into the early 2000s. So tomorrow, the last season of the 1900s, 1999 tomorrow. How about that? So until tomorrow, stay tuned.